Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. Devil May Cry 5 is finally here. The problem is, it's been 11 years since Devil May Cry 4 released, so Dante's story is likely to be a little hazy for most of us. So I thought we should go through the entire narrative of the first 4 installments, but of course they happen in non-chronological order, so we'll put them in this order to get the best out of them. If you're ready, let's do this. Devil May Cry is based around the myth of Sparda, a demon who grew to love the human race so much that he chose to fight to save them. You know what? This young lady can explain it better than me.
Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our human world. But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side. But I discovered that this so-called legend wasn't a myth at all. Sparda existed.
We'll come back to Sparda soon enough, but now it's time to meet one of the sons of Sparda and the hero of this piece, Dante, a demon hunter who is on the verge of opening his first devil-slaying organization.
Sorry, not open for business yet. I haven't even picked a name for this joint, and I'm already getting calls.
Moments later, this totally friendly-looking guy, Arkham, walks into Dante's brand spanking new shop with an invitation.
Is your name Dante, son of Sparda?
Where did you hear that?
From your brother. He sent this invitation for you. Please, accept it.
Dante's twin brother Vergil awaits him at the peak of this spire, which literally just sprang up. So off goes Dante, killing thousands of demonic spirits in the hopes of ascending that spire, which, as it so happens, is a hell gate known as the Temenigru, which was sealed underground by Dante's dad, Sparda. After defeating the hellhound Cerberus, Dante bumps into this young lady who is out to kill all demons. At this point, that does include Dante, but he knows how to make a good first impression. As we're introducing characters here, meet this Jester, the most annoying character in DMC history, who acts both as a help to Dante and to some degree an antagonist. Plot twist number 1, it turns out Arkham and Lady are related. Shocking, I know. Dad wins this battle, but not without losing a little blood.
My darling daughter.
So, imminently, Lady will fall to her death, but luckily, Dante's got her covered.
Let me go!
Let you go?
She really doesn't like Dante. Keep trying, pal, keep trying. So our hero reaches the top of the Temenigru and faces off with his brother Vergil. Surprisingly, Vergil kills Dante and takes his amulet, but by returning to stab his own sword through his brother's torso, activates Dante's devil gene. It awakens his devil trigger.
I see a devil inside you has awakened as well.
Wait. We should leave. For the moment we have all that we need.
Dante and Lady cross paths once more. This time it's not as far-fetched as surfboarding a rocket. Dante jumps out of a flying whale's eyeball. Just, you know, standard stuff. They even fight side by side in the next gunfight. Back over to Vergil, who's decided he doesn't trust Arkham anymore.
To further your study of the black arts, you sacrificed your loving wife to become a devil as well.
A few moments later, Lady stumbles across her dying father.
Yes, I was manipulated. Manipulated by a devil named Vergil.
Vergil?
She's very easily manipulated, but now Lady has yet another mission in life, taking down Vergil. Speaking of Vergil, he's now reached the ceremonial chamber in the Temenigru. Using his mother's amulet and a little bit of devil blood, he attempts to open the door to the demon world. Suddenly Dante arrives and the two battle once again, each sword strike further completing the ceremony. Remember that Jester from earlier? Well, he's more integral to the story than you think. His master plan was to have the Hellgate opened and Dante, Vergil and Lady to be present at the exact same time. Here's another plot twist. The Jester is in fact Arkham. And the final thing needed to open the doorway to the demon world? Innocent human blood.
What do you think will happen next? Let's welcome chaos.
So the spire grows again, and Dante races back to the top of it using a motorcycle and riding straight up a wall, because why the heck not? On top, Arkham completes the ceremony and takes control of Sparda's sword, and thus now controls his mythical demon powers. Dante wins the battle, but of course this boss has more than a single stage. Luckily, Vergil makes a dramatic entrance and helps his brother defeat the devil spawn in a scene which we just need to watch because it's bloody great.
I'll try it your way for once. Remember what we used to say?
Jackpot.
Not very classy for someone's dying words.
With Arkham defeated, both Vergil and Dante jump through the Hellgate to recover their side of their mother's amulet and begin to fight for Sparda's sword. So yet again, the brothers do battle, but this time, Dante wins. Yay. As the portal between the underworld and the human world closes, Vergil decides to stay and fight for power in the underworld. Oh, and by the way, as Arkham was dying back in the human world, Lady catches up with him. She's not a pushover anymore. Okay, no loose ends. So that's the end of the first part of the story, but Dante still needs a name for his demon hunting shop. Lady is on hand to help a brother out.
Are you crying?
It's only the rain.
I see. Maybe somewhere out there even a devil may cry when he loses a loved one. Don't you think? Devil may cry.
This feeds nicely into the next DMC game, which is the original from 2001 on the PS2. As Dante closes up shop for another night, a mysterious woman comes a-calling, and of course, she knows everything about Dante.
You're the man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparda, Mr. Dante.
Trish tells us about Mundus, an ancient evil bugger once imprisoned by our dad Sparda. We find out that the portal between worlds can be found in a castle on Malay Island, so off we pop to save the world yet again. But before we do that, Dante is awestruck by Trish's beauty. It goes deeper than that though, as she looks almost identical to his now deceased mother. Anyway, over to Malay Island. This place is full of demon spirits and more locked doors than every Resident Evil game combined. As Dante slowly uncovers more clues to Mundus' plan, we meet someone very dear to our hearts. Our twin brother, a champion for the underworld, is sent to defeat humanity's champion. Our first clue that this warrior is Vergil is during the first fight when he can't kill Dante after seeing his amulet. We fight the Dark Knight a few more times, but not until the final battle does he reveal his true identity. Vergil, who was last seen leaping into the demon world, I guess that plan didn't go too well for him. Upon finally defeating our brother, he drops his side of their mother's amulet, and Dante allows himself a moment of reflection.
Vergil, Dante, happy birthday.
Wow! I want chocolate! No, I
Dante carries on slaying demons and devils, with each noting his similarities to the legendary Dark Knight Sparda. Things are going smoothly here, so it must be time for a plot twist, and here it is. Following Vergil's defeat, Trish is revealed as a servant of Mundis, who is now tasked with killing Dante.
Yes, Master.
Dante ventures down into the underworld to do battle with demons on their own turf, but then Trish does this.
You fool! You're so easy.
Trish, you?
Humans, what sweets. You should know better than to trust a stranger. Your presence has become a hindrance to my master's bloody scheme. Now die!
She wasn't really much of a threat, and as the battle ends, Trish is about to be crushed to death, but Dante, seeing his mother in her face, races over to save her.
You may look like my mother, but you're nowhere close to her. You have no soul. You have the face, but you'll never have her fire.
Dante finally confronts Mundis, but is distracted by Trish, who is about to be murdered by the underworld boss. Luckily, Trish has had a change of heart and throws herself in front of the killing blow meant for Dante. Now the final fight really begins as Mundis transcends his statue and Dante fully embraces his father's mantle as the legendary Dark Knight. Long story short, Dante wins, and the ruler of the underworld is no more. Back at the temple, Dante speaks to Trish and delivers the greatest line in DMC history.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
His final act is to give his mother's amulet and father's sword to Trish, who proved devils can be good. They just need a little help, a little nudge in the right direction. As Dante escapes the island, before it completely falls to pieces, Mundis throws everything at Dante in one last attempt at taking control of the human world. Dante can barely damage Mundis and things look bleak, until...
Dante, use my power!
Trish is okay! Who'd have thunk it? She must have been sleeping earlier. Now with Mundis defeated, Trish and Dante share a cheeky moment of love.
Trish!
Dante.
Trish, devils never cry. These tears are a gift only humans have.
A plane randomly falls out of the sky because stuff happens like this, and the two survive the destruction of the island. To commemorate their touching moment, Dante renames his shop as Devil Never Cry. But don't worry, it's just a fad. He doesn't stay there for long. Now to Devil May Cry 2, which has been moved around in the canon order of the series, but now is fully confirmed to have happened before Devil May Cry 4 and after the original Devil May Cry. It doesn't really offer much in terms of lore to the series, so we'll fly through this as quickly as possible. As Dante, Trish and Lady all begin to work different jobs, the group have many more correspondents across the globe, one of which calls Dante. This is Lucia, who tells the son of Sparda to meet her here. Bit dramatic, love, you could have just said. As the two arrive, everything blows up. Again, all for drama purposes. Oh, by the way, throughout this game, Dante flips a coin to decide his decisions, leaving everything to fate. Such as, will he help Lucia and her mother Mattia? Of course he will. He's a lovable scamp. The big bad guy in this game is Arius, who is trying to track down a bunch of these items called Arcana to raise a demon named Argasax. After collecting each of these artifacts, Lucia confronts Arius, who throws a spanner in the works, revealing that she is indeed a clone made by him. Lucia attempts to take down Arius, but is captured. Luckily though, Dante is here to hand over all the Arcana needed to summon a demon god in return for Lucia's life. Lucia is pretty mortified by this, but Dante used a little bit of his cunning, switching the coin Arcana for his own coin, the one he's so addicted to flipping. Dante fights Arius and absolutely smashes him to smithereens, and the story is done. Well, almost. It seems that Lucia hasn't got over being a creation of Arius.
Kill me. Kill me and everything will be over.
Hang on though, before Dante can decide what to do next, the door to the underworld opens, as Arius was able to partially summon Argasax. Dante knows what he has to do.
What are you doing?
My job is hunting devils.
Once you enter the demon world, you may never be able to return. I'll go. I'm expendable. You don't need to worry about me. I'm happy if I can die like a human.
No. Devils never cry.
How does he find the time to get these chat-up lines in every single game? What a guy. In Hell, Dante defeats Argosax and rides deeper into the underworld, unknowing if he'll ever return. Oh, and remember the coin he loves? Here's the payoff.
Both sides are heads.
Heads, I go. Tails, you go.
You tricked me. That macho.
So 0 of his decisions were tempted by fate. Dante is the master of his own future. Oh, and Dante isn't lost in hell. At the end of the game, he's heard returning home on his motorbike. Before our next story starts, we have to jump in time a little. Dante's definitely a little older here in DMC4, which begins in the town of Fortuna, a religious place set up to worship the demon Sparda. Previously, Vergil visited the area, and this young lady was quite enamoured. Fast forward 9 months, almost 2 decades, and we witnessed an injured man named Nero frantically attempting to get to the religious festival to see his girlfriend singing a few Beyoncé classics. Out of nowhere, Dante leaps through the rafters and straight up kills the Order's high priest. Oof, extra points for the splashback. Quick as a badass, Nero takes on Dante, and that injured arm is revealed to be a semi-dormant devil gene known as the Devil Bringer, just waiting for a fight. Nero seems to have enough raw talent to best Dante, if only for a few seconds, and with that, Dante leaves. So what does a demon god worshipping cult do when their leader is murdered? They use a secret bunker to resurrect him, of course. Down here, we also find out that the hierarchy inside the Order are actually the bad guys of the story. They are hell-bent on becoming demons. Both the High Priest Sanctus and the head scientist Agnes have both achieved this goal already. They do this by using Vergil's sword Yamoto, which we last saw Vergil use in the underworld. The sword houses demonic powers, which is slowly siphoned to build a modern-day demon. Nero follows the Order into the secret bunker and is attacked by Agnes. It looked like Nero was a goner, but Yamoto decided it wasn't his time and joined his battle, giving him increased demon abilities. Nero is forced to fight his girlfriend's brother, who so happens to have achieved demon ascension. Nero gets the W, but his girlfriend Kyrie catches up at the time when Nero looks like the real demon in this fight. Tough break. Seeing a chance to benefit, Agnes kidnaps Kyrie. While all of this is happening, Dante keeps an eye on Nero's progress, such as sending in this femme fatale to assist him. But who is she? It's Trish! Boob physics. When the time is right, Dante fights and defeats Nero to claim back his brother's sword. At the last second, changes his mind, commenting,
Then keep it. Now that you're calm and cool, get going.
It turns out that the Order's plan is to summon a large demon to attack their hometown. It's shaped to look like the second coming of Sparda, forcing those non-believers to sit up and repent. Nero goes for the killing blow on this monstrosity, but the age-old issue of the bad guy having your girlfriend once again prevents a swift resolution. Now trapped, Nero has no chance, and Yamoto is taken away from him. Remember Kyrie's bro? Well, he tries to do the right thing, and of course, dies. Unlucky. On the outside, Dante has been busy hunting down and killing Agnes, claiming back his brother's sword, closing an amateur hellgate, and finally defeating the Sparda manifestation by hitting big blue weak spots, culminating in a good old stab through the chest with Vergil's sword Yamoto. Now free, Nero claims the sword and fights Sanctus to end this nightmare. The story ends with Nero embracing his heritage and using his freaky funky demon arm to protect mankind. So what happens next? As DMC5 begins, Nero has his own mobile version of Devil May Cry. His Devil Bringer arm has been savagely removed in the game's introduction and replaced with cybernetics made by Nico. And get this, she's the great-granddaughter of Nell Goldstein, the creator of Dante's iconic Ebony and Ivory.
Jackpot.
So there we have it. I hope this was helpful and you're ready to slay more demonic beings. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you next time.